Hi, this is Mr. Huber, and I would like to solve two exercises with you, 2a and 2e. Well, in order to do that, I've already prepared a small sketch here. We're given one of the legs, the short leg, and the longer leg, and we're looking for the angle here. Well, in the book they label the angles P. Well, I very much prefer alpha, so let's go for alpha. Well, for this you can use the tangent ratio, because you're given the opposite side and the adjacent side. That means we can go for the tangent, opposite over adjacent. Well, let's plug in the numbers. Opposite, well, the opposite side to this angle with respect to this angle is 3.2 and the adjacent is 3.7. Anliegende Kathete, Gegenkathete. Well, opposite over adjacent. Well, we plug this in. So now we need to work out alpha. That means we need to use our calculator and use the button tangent to the -1. So shift tangent to the -1, or the arctangent or the inverse tangent. So that's what we do. Alpha is arctangent 3.2 over 3.7, or tangent to the -1 of 3.2 over 3.7. Look, this is how you type this in. Shift arctangent or tangent to the -1, 3.2 divided by 3.7. And you get 40.86 when rounded to two decimal places. So make sure that you use not the tangent key, but the tangent to the -1 key. Okay, now the second exercise. I've made a drawing again. Now here, we can't use tangent. We have to use something else. Again, I labeled my angle alpha instead of P. But now we're given the opposite side and the hypotenuse. Well, that calls for a sine, or for a sine equation. Look, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. This is the longest side. The hypotenuse, well, the hypotenuse is always the longest side in a right-angled triangle, and it's always opposite to the right angle. But this is the hypotenuse, and this is the opposite side with respect to this angle alpha. So we use the sine ratio. So we plug in the numbers, 3 over 4.7. This is what I did here. Now again, we want to work out the angle alpha. That's why we have to use the inverse sine, arc sine, or sine to the -1. Well, that's what we do. Alpha arc sine. Well, I very much prefer this notation over this one. Well, that's the key we have on our calculator. So you can write either one, but well, I very much prefer this one, and I always write this one. Okay, now we have to type this in again. Well, that's easy. Well, shift sine to the -1 of 3 divided by 4.7. And we get 39.67. Look, this is what we get. I hope you were able to understand this. It's not too difficult, I think. See you in the next video.